Hey budget babes, it's Linda back again with another video. It's Fabulous Friday and I'm kicking off the weekend with a Dollar Tree makeup challenge. So for today, I did a full face using only Dollar Tree makeup. Everything used today is from Dollar Tree. The tools, the makeup, all the products, even my nails, everything is Dollar Tree. So I don't want to give too much away, but this was definitely a challenge for me. I did come across a couple of issues and obstacles with some of the products that I used. So I hope that it came out okay considering that I had some issues with some of these products. So if you would like to see how I created today's look using only Dollar Tree products, keep on watching. For my first step, I'm going to be moisturizing with this serum by OK. And it is the illuminating serum. This has hyaluronic acid and vitamin B in it. It's super thick and it feels so hydrating. Next, I'm gonna moisturize my lips using my favorite Vaseline Lip Therapy, but this time I have the aloe vera one. I usually use the Rosy Lips one, but lately I've been really liking the aloe vera. After that, I'm going to use primer. I am using the Hard Candy Sensitive Skin Primer. I'm going to be using this Pears soap to set my eyebrows. Normally I would use water, but today I want to try using the Hard Candy Long Wear Setting Spray. I'm going to be using these Sassy and Chic spoolies. So all I'm going to do is spray and wet the soap a little bit. Grab the spoolie and just drag it across until you get a gel. So we just brush that gel-like consistency upward into the brows. You can see here that my eyebrows are bushy. I've been growing them out for a couple weeks now. I just really like the look of bushy brows now. So those are my bushy, flat, laminated brows. These are the brushes that I'm gonna be using. I know you guys have seen these in my other hauls, just wanted to re-show them. They're like the unicorn one. I'm going to be using the flat angled brush, and I'm going to dip it into the LA Colors Brow Gel. So yeah, I've just been lately, instead of doing the perfect outlined eyebrow, I've just been doing small fluffy strokes like this, and I just feel like lately that's a better brow. I haven't been doing like the super defined arch. I've been kind of rounding them out to my natural shape and just going with what looks natural, and I really like the outcome better. And I know it looks crazy. Makeup always looks crazy when you're in the middle of it. And then at the end, it all makes sense. Like, this doesn't make sense, but it will. Next, I'm going to grab this nice flat concealer brush. It's a little rounded shape from the top. I'm gonna be using this Wet n Wild Illuminati, like naughty, Illuminati concealer. I'm going to just at the bottom put in the product like that. So this is how the brows came out. I'm pretty happy with them. So I usually use concealer as the base of my eyelids. So I'm going to be using this cushion by Wet n Wild and just push into the cushion and get our product out. It's very light and blendable, so I really like that. The palette I'm going to be using on my eyes today is this Wet n Wild palette. It is called Floral Values, and it comes with two little brushes. Normally I wouldn't use brushes like this to apply makeup. It's like a little sponge applicator, and this one is like a small fluffy brush. But for the purposes of this video, because I want it to be authentic to the full face using Dollar Tree, I am going to be using these brushes. So using the little small Wet n Wild fluffy brush that came in the palette, I'm going to be using this pink color right here as my transition color. So using this bigger face brush, I'm going to just use this as a dry brush to blend out my transition color. So building up from the transition color, I'm going to be using this matte purple color here and this really defining pencil brush. I'm going to use this little small transition brush again. Now I'm really going to darken up my crease even more with this darker navy crease color. It has a little bit of shimmer in it, and it almost has like a purple blue look to it, which is really nice. So I'm going to really define my crease. And then dry brush again. So next on my lid, I'm going to be adding this Flower by Drew Barrymore eyeshadow stick. It's just a crayon, and it's a really pretty teal color, Till We Meet Again. And I'm just gonna draw that across my lid. Next, I just want to add a little bit of shine to my eyes. So I'm going to use this Hard Candy Glitter eyeshadow stick, and this is in the color Snake Eyes. So right away, I'm noticing that it's not blending well with the crayon stick that I already have on. It's actually moving the flower crayon stick. So I think that this Hard Candy stick probably works better on its own without any other crayon sticks, but I'm gonna make it work. I want to add a little bit of a winged eyeliner to the end. So I'm going to use the LA Colors eye marker in the color blue. I'm going to clean up the eyeliner with a little bit of concealer. So next, I'm going to be color correcting all of my redness using the Wet n Wild cushion in green. So I'm going to just dab it on my red areas. Now it's time for foundation. I really like to mix foundations just to get that perfect color match, because sometimes I find a foundation that's too dark or too light for me depending on the season. So blending and mixing always helps me get that perfect color. So I'm going to be using two. This one is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and this is the Flower by Drew Barrymore Tinted Moisturizer. I'm going to use this flat stippling brush to put the foundation all over my face. I like to blend in my makeup with the beauty sponge, not with the brush. I just apply with the brush and blend with the sponge. So I'm going to be using these new color heart sponges that I got during the Valentine's phase of Dollar Tree. I'm going to use that same setting spray that I used for my eyebrows to wet this sponge nicely. A wet sponge just helps in blending out the makeup. I don't like using dry sponges. So when I started blending out the foundation around my nose, I realized that this eyeshadow crayon is just really not working out. That looks awful. What I'm going to do is just try to just wipe off the inner corner and see if I can fix it a little bit better. So I'm going to be using my Dollar Tree tissues. This is the little Barbie pack that I got. So I'm going to wipe away some of that glitter and see if I can salvage the eye look without this glitter. It's not that it doesn't work, I just think that it doesn't work on top of another eyeshadow crayon or eyeshadow. It probably just has to go on alone. So that is what the issue is. So I think what I'm going to do is just add this purple color into the inner corner and then just leave that blue in the middle. We're gonna give that a try. Okay, that's not too bad. I really didn't want it to be ugly. But you know what? It's okay. I mean, that's why I do these videos. We gotta test out this Dollar Tree makeup and see if it's worth it. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not what I had wanted. I really like this cushion concealer that we used at first for the base of our eyes. So I wanna add that again to my under eyes. I don't want to put powder all over my face just because I want to have a nice dewy look for this look. So just for my under eyes, I'm going to use this Hard Candy Sheer Envy finishing powder. I'm just going to grab my fluffy brush and set the under eyes with this. So for contour, I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus pressed powder. This is in the color Cocoa. Put that into the hollows of my cheeks, like that, and the temples of my forehead. Using that flat concealer brush that we used in the beginning, I'm going to contour my nose with it. With my same concealer, I'm just going to highlight in the middle of my nose. So now I'm going to add blush. This is the LA Colors blush sticks in the color Flushed, and it is a retractable blush. Add that onto the apples of my cheeks, like that. Using the fluffy angled brush, I'm going to blend out the blush. So for highlight, I'm going to pair it with the LA Colors Glow Sticks. This was in the color Halo. Right here. I like to put it under where the wing is, all the way down to where the blush starts. I'm going to blend that out with a clean wet sponge. I want to build up on the glow. So I'm going to be using this Hard Candy blush, and it is in the color Rose Gold. I'm going to pack that and dab, not swish. So I'm going to dab that into where I have my glow stick, and look at how it built it up to a shine. Okay, so I think what my eye look needs is some highlight in the inner corner because I'm just not happy with it. So I just cleaned the concealer brush with my brush cleaner and the tissue. So I'm going to add some of this highlight into the inner corner of this eye look. Next, I'm gonna grab my Wet n Wild crayon, and it's a retractable crayon and it's in the color black. And I'm gonna use this as an eyeliner, not a crayon, in my waterline at the bottom and the top. Next, I'm going to add mascara to the top of my lashes using this Wet n Wild Mega Impact. So now I'm going to add lashes. Obviously, I have to use my favorite Dollar Tree lashes, and these are the Ioni Lashes Wispy Fold Dramatic. So I'm going to be using my Ioni Lash Glue. This is the Everlasting Lash Glue. I usually just wait for the lash glue to change colors. Right now, it's still white. It's turning blue. But you want to wait for it to change colors until it's almost clear, and that's how you know it's dry enough to adhere to your real lash. When it's too wet, it ends up sliding all over the place and not sticking, and when it's tacky, it just stays on. It doesn't start moving around and sliding. Now that the lashes are on, I'm a little happier with the eye look now. I think that a good pair of lashes really brings up an eye look. If you are struggling with it or you're not too happy with it, a good pair of lashes just always makes it better. So I want to add some mascara to the bottom lashes. I am going to be using my Maybelline Snapscara. This is in the color Ultraviolet, and I really want that nice pop of purple coming out in the under eye. Next, I'm going to add lipstick. This is the Remy Rose liquid lipstick in the color Penny. I do have a video where I swatched a few of these Remy Rose liquid lipsticks, so I'll link it above so that you can see it. I want to add a little bit of an ombre effect, so I'm going to be using the LA Colors Intense Color Lip Gloss. And now, just to finish off the look, I'm going to be adding my Hard Candy Glow Setting Spray. So this is my final look. I hope you guys like it and, you know, appreciated the process. This was definitely a challenge, but a lot of fun. I love Dollar Tree makeup and I love the bargains that I find. So I'm really happy with the products that I used today. I just think that they didn't mix well with certain things, particularly the eye crayons. That's probably what I would change, because I think the eyeshadow palette that I used was gorgeous. Wet n Wild has amazing eyeshadow. I don't think that I would have paired it with the eyeshadow sticks that I used. Great eyeshadow sticks, they just didn't work great with each other. But I'm happy that I was able to make it work and, you know, complete the look like this. So let me know in the comments if you thought that this was a hit or miss, a pass or a fail. And be honest, it's totally fine if you didn't like the look or you thought that, you know, something just was a little off with my face. I really like these products. Like I said, let me know what your favorite products were. As always, don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe. Remember that I upload videos every Tuesday and Friday. Tuesdays are Budget Babe videos and Fridays are Fabulous Friday videos. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's Fabulous Friday, and I hope to see you guys on Budget Babe Tuesday. Bye guys.